I'd like to do a problem that involves dual unit conversions. This is where the quantity you have has two different units, and in this case there'll be a ratio of units, and we want to convert them into different units. And here's the question that we'll come up with. Suppose someone travels to Europe and rents a car there. They have the car for 3 weeks and keep careful account of how many kilometers they drive and how much fuel they use, which in Europe is measured in liters. They find that in the European units, their car mileage is 22 kilometers per liter. So what is this in miles per gallon, which is the usual way we measure this in America? Well, we need to make some conversions here, and I'm going to cheat a little bit and use one that isn't in your batch or isn't in your textbook, but it'll make the calculation simpler. I'm also going to use some abbreviations here, and I want to write those down first. 1 liter is going to equal 1 L. That's one abbreviation I'll use. Gallon is going to equal gal, or just G when I'm all the way down at the end of this thing. Kilometer is km. Mile, I'm going to just abbreviate with mi, and at the tail end I'll just write it as an m. Now I need a few conversions between some of these things that I'll use here. One is that 1 gallon is equal to 3.79 liters. So that's something that does happen to be on your sheet. Another one, this is something that's in my physics textbook, but it's that 1 mile is equal to 1.609 kilometers. And if you ran track in high school, you might have run the 1600 meters. That happens to be very close to 1 mile. 1600 meters is 1.600 kilometers, and that's close to 1 mile. And so these are the conversions that I'll use to figure this out. Now, they found out that their car mileage was 22 kilometers per liter, so we'll have 22 kilometers per liter here, and I need to convert that. The first thing I'll do is convert the liters into gallons, and I do that with 3.79 liters on top and 1 gallon on the bottom. The liters will divide out. Now I'll have kilometers per gallon, but I want to have miles per gallon. Next thing I'll do is multiply by my conversion that gets me from kilometers to miles. I've got kilometers on top over here, so I need to put them on the bottom. So I'll have the 1.609 kilometers on the bottom here, and 1 mile on top up here. These kilometers will divide with those kilometers, and the units that I have left are miles on top and gallons on the bottom. So that's exactly what I want to have. If I sort of summarize what I've got so far, numbers on top I have are 22 times 3.79, and the units that are left on top are miles. The numbers I have on the bottom, I just have a 1 times 1.609, and what I have on the bottom for units are gallons. So I'll end up with miles per gallon. When I calculate this out, I get 52 miles per gallon, or as we would abbreviate that in the US, we'd say 52 mpg, miles per gallon. So that's pretty good mileage. A lot of the smaller cars that they drive in Europe get over 50 miles per gallon when you end up converting them.